Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, to this narcissist that was involved in your life, it really doesn't matter how potent your supply was. It's never enough. They want more. They always want more, right? And when you're up against such an oppressive force like the narcissist that was involved in your life, day in, day out, you know, there's such an oppressive force. They drain you, they drain you. It don't matter how potent you are, how potent your supply source is, you being a grade A supply, having to deal with a parasite, a leech like this narcissist that was involved in your life, someone that just drains you of your energy day in and day out. It takes its toll on you, right? And this is why they get delusional, right? They don't see it as it is. Like, they don't see it like they're draining you. They're being too much to bear. They don't view it like that. They view it like, oh, you've changed. You're not how you were in the beginning. That's how they view it. That's the sort of things they'll think in their head. The narcissist involved in your life. They'll think that you've changed. You're up to something. They're very untrustworthy people. They're not very trusting. So they'll think you're up to something. Something's changed with you. And yeah, they're right. Something has changed with you. You've been drained of your supply source. That's as basic as you can put it. You've been literally drained by this parasite. They're a leech, right? So this is why a lot of you will go through the discard process. You'll be discarded. You'll be reverse discarded. Maybe they even become so toxic, through the loss of supply from yourself, they become even more toxic that you even cut them off. Either or, it eventually burns out. The relationship has to end. It doesn't last, right? The narcissist involved in your life, it won't last with them. There's an expiration date on it, and it does end eventually at some point, right? But with that being said, that's why they go elsewhere and they try and find a supply source that's just as potent as what you had to offer. But they don't find that, right? So they've drained you. They've devalued you. They may have cast you aside, or reverse discarded you, or become so toxic you cut them off. And then they get back out there and then they realize they can't even find a supply source that's on your level anyway. So that's the inevitable life that the narcissist leads, right? So you need to make sure that you don't blame yourself. You don't be thinking that you could have done more, or you could have done this, or you could have done that. This is all down to them. This is down to them not being able to create supply for themselves. Not being able to put something in a relationship from their own efforts that makes it sustainable, you see. They don't offer anything to the relationship. Whether this is romantic, friendship, family member, colleague, associate, all remains the same. They don't offer anything, right? All they do is tear stuff down. All they do is break stuff apart. And all you do is build and build and build, right? Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. You are constantly building up and repairing the damage that they inflicted. You were doing that, just your natural instincts were just repairing things. Like they're literally breaking the house. Imagine the relationship is a house. It's like them smashing up the house and you going around and picking it up and putting things back together, patching things back together, plastering over the cracks. Like, that's what you was doing. Literally, if you view the relationship as a household, right? They were smashing it up. That's what they were doing. Day in and day out, tearing it apart. But look, you just got to face the reality of the situation. You know, they get caught out by it, you know. Their own, what's the right word? Their own greed, you know, plays against them in the end. They're so greedy, narcissists that are involved in your life. You see, you are offering a potent supply. You were there for them. You were a supportive structure. You were offering the best version of yourself at the time that you could possibly do to this individual that was involved in your life. And it wasn't enough. They were greedy. They thought they could get more. They wanted more. You know, when you started to fade out and your supply started to deplete and wither away, you know, this is why discards occur. This is why reverse discards occur, because you break that fantasy that they have in their mind about you, because you know they idolized you at the beginning. The narcissist idolizes the chosen one and the empath at the beginning of the relationship. They idolize them. So when the natural occurrence happens where you start to lose supply and it starts to deplete, that kills their fantasy. That kills the idolization that they have about you. You see? And it's nothing that you've done. I just have to reinforce, it's nothing that you've done. It's just literally they're takers. You know, they're takers, they're greedy, you know. So by that happening, then they run into the situation of when they think they can find this supply source somewhere else, then they run into the reality that they can't find that supply source somewhere else, right? So this is the inevitable path that the narcissist goes down. So please don't blame yourself. Don't think it was you. Don't think that you could have done more, you know? This is them being greedy. They don't offer nothing. They don't offer nothing, right? Seriously, they don't. And this is why they go back through the idolization phase. The re-idolization phase occurs. That's what I was meaning to say. I lost my train of thought for a moment, but the re-idolization phase occurs when they go back out there looking for new supplies. They begin to re-idolize you. So they go from idolizing you, thinking you're the best, idolizing you, right, to devaluing you when your supply starts to wither and deplete, to going back out in the world, discarding you even, reverse discarding you, or becoming so toxic, you cut them off, so the relationship ends, the expiration date happens. Then they go back out there and they try and find new supplies. Then they go back through the re-idolization phase of you being the staple, the benchmark, and the point of reference of every single person they encounter. That's the cycle of the narcissist. So they begin to re-idolize you, but don't ever take me saying that they re-idolize you as an entry back into your life or something like that. No, never let that happen. You know, you can't let that be the reason, because they're re-idolizing you, because they've realized life's not that easy out there without you. You know, if you let them back in, it's just going to be a repeat cycle of events. So just understand that no matter how potent your supply was, it's never enough, right? And naturally it happens to the best of you, right? Your supply will drain. You will be depleted. You will have a lack of energy. You will be like completely drained. It happens to you because they feed on you, right? They're like vampires, you know? These narcissists that are involved in your life are like vampires, leeches. They feed on you, right? So it's natural that you drain. It's natural that you run out, you know? So don't ever think that you could have done more, you could have done this, you could have done that. You need to remove any types of thoughts like that from your psyche. You must do. Just leave this narcissist that was involved in your life as a thing of the past, and just know that they're never going to find someone to match your worth again. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.